Vietnam and Japan established diplomatic ties in 1973. The two countries upgraded relations to an extensive strategic partnership in 2014. Japan is now the fourth largest trade partner of Vietnam, with two-way trade hitting over $28.5 billion in 2015. The country ranks second among 112 countries and territories worldwide investing in Vietnam. Japan remains the largest provider of official development assistance, or ODA, for Vietnam, making up about 30% of total ODA committed to the Southeast Asian country. During the talks following the welcome ceremony, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and his Vietnamese counterpart Nguyễn Xuân Phúc agreed on specific measures to make the Vietnam-Japan extensive strategic partnership developed in a comprehensive and more effective manner. The two sides agreed to further strengthen political trust through visits and maintain high-level contacts, along with enhancing the effectiveness of dialogue mechanisms. They affirmed to work closely to make the visit to Vietnam by the Japanese Emperor and Empress in spring of 2017 a great success. Shinzo Abe said he wishes to welcome Prime Minister Phúc to Japan in the summer of this year and will attend the APEC summit in Da Nang in late 2017. Prime Minister Phúc thanked Japan for helping Vietnam in socio-economic development. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe pledged to provide more ODA loans worth about 123 billion yen, equivalent to $1.05 billion in fiscal year 2016, to Vietnam. The two sides agreed on the importance of ensuring peace, security, safety, and freedom of navigation and aviation in the East Sea. Following the talks, the two prime ministers witnessed the exchange of the side documents, including the 11 billion yen ODA agreement for economic management and competitiveness improvement, and the 10 billion yen ODA agreement for response to climate change. Also on January 16th, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng hosted a reception for Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who affirmed Japan will continue its ODA for Vietnam and wishes to enhance cooperation in infrastructure development and human resources training. Shinzo Abe spoke highly of the effective cooperation between Vietnam and Japan, considering this to be a specific step realizing high-level agreements between two countries. The Vietnamese party leader affirmed Vietnam's consistent policy of attaching importance to deepening the extensive strategic partnership with Japan. He said the Vietnamese leaders and people pay heed to the visit by the Japanese Emperor and Empress, stressing that the visit will be a milestone to strengthen the friendship between two peoples. The same day, President Shinzo Abe met with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. He spoke highly of the role played by Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in nurturing the extensive strategic partnership between Vietnam and Japan. He said the two countries should boost collaboration in security, defense, investment, and trade alongside enhancing ties in labor, agriculture, education, and tourism. He asserted Vietnam attaches importance to comprehensive cooperation with Japan, considering this to be one of the top priorities in its foreign policies. Shinzo Abe said the Japanese government wishes to enhance extensive strategic partnership with Vietnam. He agreed with the Vietnamese state leader on measures to strengthen cooperative ties between two countries. During her meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, Chairman of the National Assembly Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân expressed her pleasure of witnessing relations between two legislative bodies. The two countries have always maintained visits by delegations, meetings on the sidelines of international conferences, and exchange among parliamentarians. Additionally, Japan's programs and projects in Vietnam have contributed to socio-economic development in the country. Shinzo Abe affirmed he highly valued cooperative ties between two legislative bodies. He said in order to consolidate the Japan-Vietnam extensive strategic partnership, the two countries should further boost their relations, including ties between two lawmaking bodies.